One time for Double XL, it's your boy Young. Y'all know what it is, man. September 2nd is going down. Seen it all in the stores, man. The world never be the same again. Trust me, I know. You know, just coming from where I came from, just from a street level, and being through that whole struggle, and then, you know, coming into the music business and achieving, you know, success and going, you know, just a lot of things that went along with having success in the streets and having success in the music industry and business. You know, it's just different because it's like it's two different games, but they really intertwine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot from that, but I also lost a lot from that. And when you hear cats rap, they really talk about their street perspective. They only just know that one side, mm-hmm. and maybe from their block or their neighborhood or whatever. But you know, to me, it's like a worldwide, you know, thing, and it's like, you know, I'm well respected in the music community and on the street side, but you know, that took a lot of work. So with that being said, it's like you see a lot, mm-hmm. I mean a whole lot, mm-hmm. and it's just like I just wanted to put that in the album, so you know, in the body of work, so that I can, you know, give cats some gems and some jewels. It's like when Pac was doing music, you know, when it was all eyes on me, that's how he really felt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He went to jail, he came home, and it's like it's about me right now. I don't care what you niggas doing, and that's how I feel with Seeing It All. It's like I don't think a lot of cats been, you know, where I've been and seen what I've seen and still, you know, live the way they live and still have the same morals, because, you know, this game, this industry can change a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where I'm at.
You literally have, like, seen it all, because you went from the street life and then now you have the president, like, you know, talking about you. How does that feel, someone coming from the streets and now to have recognition from the president?
I mean, you know, it's real, because I always had a positive state of mind, you know what I'm saying, positive mind frame. When I was, you know, in the neighborhood and we was doing wrong, I was the cat that was telling everybody, you know, he'll tell you, like, you know, we're gonna go to the, you know, to the community center, the gym, we're gonna buy all the kids, you know, Christmas toys and give back, because we out here and, you know, they gang banging and, you know, all year y'all doing this, and the kids, you know, we ain't giving back to the community. You know what I mean? We out here hustling and we ain't doing nothing for the community. And that was my first, you know, mind state. And I always just been that type of person. So, you know, with the whole thing with Obama, is like when I saw him doing what he was doing and at the time and watching what's going on in the economy, I'm just like, damn, you know, somebody got to put these people up on game before it just blindside them. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're in the hood and you living like that, like you don't really pay attention to what's going on with, you know, economics and politics and things like that, because that ain't where you at. You dealing with your own reality. So it's like, you know, when I said drought, you know what that is. When I said recession, they like, what the hell? So that's why the album was named The Recession, because that was the way to me telling them, look, it's about to be a real drought. You know what a drought is in the street, but it's about to be a real one. So ain't gonna be no money in the streets, ain't gonna be no money in the world. Mm-hmm. So, you know, what are you gonna do? And when Obama started his whole campaign, I mean, I was just excited. I knew he was gonna win. He was doing all the right things. He was saying all the right things. He was in all the right places. So what I did was, even in Atlanta, you know, I got buses and trucks and bus people to the voting polls so they can, you know, they can vote. You know, because we didn't, I didn't even know I could vote. Yeah. So when we did the history and found out, you know, I didn't really have no crazy convictions, and I was able to vote, and all the stuff I had, I went and got it expunged. Mm-hmm. I started turning the homies onto it. Like, people were excited about being able to vote for a right they felt. So I think Obama just really saw, you know, my passion. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And by the way that I already said he won the election 4 months before he did, you know what I'm saying? So to me, that was just, you know, it was just a sign of respect. And it's just, you know, by the way, I was in France when I heard about it. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? So I didn't actually get a chance to see it. I just had people calling me, and I'm like, y'all, you kidding? You know what I mean? So, but you know, hey man, you know, anytime you get that type of acknowledgement from the leader of the free world, you gotta know you're doing something right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So shouts out to him for that.